because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Squeeze, double. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
Good for another Baltimore.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run with Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
32-yard line. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Denver.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 14. Broncos nothing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this time Locke will throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Block working out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
The Broncos 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Locke to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Patrick Queen charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Locke looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Block. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
The kick is good.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Block. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
27-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Now this time Wentz will throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
This is taken around the 12, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again with Dobbins. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Ravens 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Taylor. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Tackled at the 27-yard line.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
On play action, Wentz. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 9, Locke got a man open. It's Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
11 on the play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Taylor. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain of 8.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From midfield, here's Locke. Being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
The ball carrier
got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35.
complete.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Locke. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The kick is
and this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Broncos 24.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well,
if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
20-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A 3-yard pickup.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.